Hello, everybody. Welcome to Healthcare Sucks, where it's another bloody great day in Oregon. Just messing with you. Got to have a little bit of a hello, goodbye kind of thing going on. Well, there's a lot more going on with the Iranian issues, so I thought I'd bring you some cuts. Here's the first one.
Out to the families and friends of the folks who were lost on Ukraine Air Flight 752, a tragedy. But the Iranian response is typical. First, they covered it up. And then when social media came out with photos of missiles, they couldn't cover it up. Then they said the plane veered towards sensitive military area. That turned out not to be true. And now Zarif, who's one of the great dissemblers in international diplomacy, is attempting to shift the blame to the United States. And so we reject that. The Ukrainians have to have an international investigation. It has to be transparent. They have to apologize. They have to pay compensation to the families, and they need to make sure this never happens again.
And what can we do to help the protesters in the street? Some of whom are calling for the supreme leader, the Ayatollah Khamenei, to step down.
But what's interesting is they're chanting death to the dictator. And when President Trump tweeted yesterday in Farsi, it had 200,000 in support of the protesters. It had 200,000 likes. I'm told that's the world record for number of likes in social media for a Farsi language tweet. So, unlike past administrations.
So it sounds to me, at least a little bit, I mean, you're watching it like, both sides should like this. The people are wanting freedom. We're not talking USA going in regime change. Excuse me, guys. We're talking change within their own country by their people. So, I mean, both sides, including the powder puffers, should be liking that. Really, guys. Should be liking it. And then you heard for Mr. T, he got the world's record for most likes. Hey, you got it right. Here it is.
Where there hasn't been support demonstrated for the Iranian people. President Trump has made it clear throughout his administration that he stands with the people of Iran, not with the regime, and we're going to continue to do so.
There's been quite a debate this week about the president's justification for taking out Iranian General Qasem Soleimani. He has said, top administration officials have said, you have said that there was an imminent threat. The president was a little bit more specific about that threat when he sat down with Laura Ingraham on Friday. Take a look.
I can reveal that I believe it would have been 4 embassies, and I think that probably Baghdad already started.
But members of Congress who attended a 75-minute briefing with the secretaries of state, defense, the CIA directors say there was not a single mention during those 75 minutes, classified briefing, members of Congress, about imminent threats to U.S. embassies. So why is he saying it on television, but top officials didn't tell members of Congress?
Well, I think something we've been clear on, and I've seen the intelligence on this.
And also, guys, you want to remember, you can't always release everything at certain points. It comes out later, and some stuff is available to be released later. And you got a bunch of rats digging around in the House and the Senate right now. That if you mention something, the word gets out, not just to our newspapers, but over to the other side, guys. Very dangerous for us. And you better thank God that he's watching out for us. Now, with him releasing some stuff with Laura, that is like a bonus to us. He's just trying to tell the people, hey, this is what it was. So everybody wanted to know. Now we know.
Chris, and it was very strong. And look, in some ways, I would love to release the intelligence and show the American people, and I can tell you that they can trust the administration on this. Unfortunately, we don't want to lose that valuable stream of intelligence that will allow us to protect Americans going forward. Going to the briefing in Congress, what we've always said, and what I've said from day one, is that there were severe threats to American diplomats, to American soldiers, sailors, airmen, Marines, and to American facilities in the region, Iraq, likely Syria, and potentially other countries that I won't name now. So, I think what the president said is consistent with what we've been saying since day
But
one.
can you explain, because it does seem to be a contradiction. He's telling Laura Ingraham, our esteemed colleague, but in a 75-minute classified briefing, your top national security people never mention this.
And I think I explained that part, but I like you all to have both sides of the coin so you can make your minds up, because that's part of the freedom we still have, except in Virginia. That's another one we're going to talk about. So I want to hit you with a little bit of another thing going on.
Iranian opposition to all this, Prince Reza Pahlavi, the son of the Shah, telling Fox News, quote, "This is not human error, this is a crime against humanity. He who has irresponsibly empowered his thugs to fire at will at innocents bears full responsibility. Enough is enough. Khamenei and his regime must go." The National Union for Democracy in Iran telling us, quote, "They want freedom and dignity brought about by a secular democracy that has friendly relationships with the United States and the world. The Iranian people deserve the support of the United States and its government in their noble struggle for national sovereignty and liberty." And Maryam Rajavi, the leader of the National Council of Resistance of Iran, saying, quote, "All Iranians, especially the youth, express support and solidarity with the families of the victims of this horrific crime by the mullahs. Prosecute and punish those responsible. Ali Khamenei, as the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Hassan Rouhani, and IRGC commanders."
The Syrian people have seen many sad days, Mr. President, since 2011. But this day is potentially one of the saddest, because it is the first time that a Security Council member has chosen to play politics with humanitarian assistance.
That is British Ambassador to the United Nations Karen Pierce dressing down the Russians. On Syria, the humanitarian catastrophe that so sadly continues at the hands of Putin, Assad, the Iranians, and General Qasem Soleimani.
And with that, guys, you kind of got a little bit of the view from all points now. This is just a little taste of what's going on out there. I'll keep you up on it. I also wanted to let you know, if you didn't catch it, that was the Ayatollah's son that was accusing them of what they are actually doing. So with that, remember, healthcare sucks! Over and out.